This is 2018 CocoCay. Before the grand opening, now scheduled for May 2019, before the finished pier, the Oasis Lagoon, the adventure pool, the zip line, the Daredevil's Tower, before Splashaway Summit and Splashaway Bay, before the wave pool and up and away. And still, I really enjoyed it. It was my favorite day of our 4-night Bahama cruise. We could have spent the day partying with loud music, surrounded by many others with their families, but we chose a quieter area. We rented a lounger at the South Beach, and we had pre-booked it in the cruise planner, so the ticket was waiting for us in our stateroom on embarkation day. It cost $55 Canadian for 2 guests. When we got to the lounger station location, they gave us a VIP bracelet, which I have to admit made us feel pretty special. The bracelet gave us access to the tram, which would take us from the busier part of the island to South Beach back and forth as many times as we wanted. That, along with the quieter beach and the sheltered loungers for 2 guests, made it $55 well spent. The floating bar was kind of close to South Beach, and it was very busy. Our bar was the South Beach bar. We never waited. We drank Coco Locos all day, which is a delicious sweet slushy drink made in a blender. Drinks were complimentary since we had paid for the deluxe drink package. We opted out of drinking out of a pineapple and saved, depending on which bartender you ask, about $12 each that day. Oh, and though I'm not a smoker, the island is smoke-free except for designated areas, very much like the ship. Freshwater showers and clean washrooms were close by, and further down were beach bungalows and beach beds where the hardcore VIPs spent the day. Lunchtime, we got a ride on the tram back to Blackbeard's Grill for a complimentary lunch. It was Windjammer caliber food. One thing I was disappointed it was to find no freestyle Coca-Cola machines on the island, to have lunch with. I'm sure I could have purchased a canned soda at the bar if I really wanted one though. After lunch, we took a walk to the straw market. It had typical items for sale. We saw hats, t-shirts, skirts, fridge magnets. Personally, I bought a fridge magnet and I broke one, so I paid for 2. You can get a complimentary map of the island at the office close by when you arrive. The beach sand at South Beach was rather coarse and looked like newly mechanically crushed seashells, not yet compacted by years of wind and surf, which makes the ground soft enough that you sink in just a little bit, up to about one's ankles. We tendered in at around 10 a.m. and the tide was low. As the day progressed, it got higher. We looked at fish swimming nearby. We looked for seashells to take pictures with, because you're not allowed to take them. Imagine if everyone took some with them. There are a minimum average of 2,000 to 5,000 people every single day that spend the day on that island. Also, one might inadvertently pick up a live animal, not knowing the shell they picked up still shelters a sea creature and then have it die a horrible death. When they scan your bag on the way back to the ship, if they find shells, they will ask you to kindly leave them behind. We saw a small shark in the shallow water and we were walking the beach to try to keep up with it. We met and talked to people nearby and did a lot of complimentary drinking. By the way, I was pleasantly surprised to see some beach wheelchairs available for use. By 4:30 p.m., most people had returned to the ship and the staff at South Beach had started to take the loungers apart. Reluctantly, we hopped on the last tram out of South Beach to the tram station. On the way, we saw what the staff called a water spout. The driver kindly stopped the tram so that we, the northern tourists, could snap a pic. Finally, we were very pleasantly surprised to find a feet rinsing station shortly before the tender dock. That was very much appreciated.